Remember nights in Brazil, finding orchids so rare. The secret streets winding through the hills, scent of clove in the air. Every night a new place, but the same things. Always calling you, always calling you, calling. Remember still. Calling, remember still. Calling, remember still. Calling, remember still. And in the sunsets in Cameroon, to forget where you've been. Every night a new place, but the same thing.
What's happening, fellas? How y'all doing tonight, man? This is a special encore to what we did on Tuesday night. Before we get started, man, I would like to give a shout out to the brothers of the Men First movement, the Richmond, who moderate over on this channel, man. You know, it's going to be a lot of truth bombs. You know where to come if you want to hear what reality is. My brother T.O.P., man, for sure, man. If y'all haven't, for you guys that's on Instagram, y'all have to go follow T.O.P., man. You know what I mean? At some point, you know, he'll be back over here too. Matt Millers, man, salute to you. JB the Juggernaut. Alex Jackson, man, salute to you, my brother. Hashtag Men First. The brother Bruce E with the $10 sponsorship. For sure. Hashtag Men First, man. I appreciate you for being here, man. I appreciate the sponsorship. Distinctive, what's happening with you, man? Men First, absolutely. My brother MPI, that's another one on IG. You know what I mean? I don't follow many people that I don't know personally, but, you know, I'm gonna follow my dog. You know, he got them reels going on over there. You know what I mean? The reels for the real. You feel me? Yeah, man. Lil Ernest, OG. Yeah, man. So, you know, in my opening monologue, man, I just got finished talking to my daughter. You know, and you know, she's back at home, man, in Alabama. Even though I live in Texas, I will always be a Bama boy, man. I spent over 40 years of my life in Alabama. My roots are there. But anyway, so of course she works remote from home. So there's a lot of times where she'll pack up her shit and come just stay at dad's house, And I enjoy her being here, man. Like, I love her being around, man. My daughter, I'm proud of my children, man. Like, I really am, because, I'll say early on in life, I was like really like strict and stern because that's the way that I was raised. But, as you get older, man, my kids are grown, bro. So when you think about it, it's like, once your kids are grown, that sense of purpose, it needs fulfilling again. And the fact that, my kids have never gotten into trouble. They pretty much stay to themselves. They work hard, man. That work ethic, man. I mean, they know where it come from. I worked a lot, but at the end of the day, man, as life has went on and stuff, man, I feel like, without them, without me, it would be no them, and without them, there is no me. And I love my kids, bro. You know what I mean? My daughter is the oldest, and so she's been around the longest to see. The day after Christmas, my daughter was a Christmas baby, man. The 26th of December, my daughter will be 26 years old. You understand what I'm saying? I had my child, I had my daughter young. You feel me? So, oh shit, I don't want to miss no. Casey, my brother, that's my dog, man. The last live stream I talked to you guys on, I was telling you about the electrician. That's him. So I guys that have been subscribed to me for a long period of time, people that know me personally, personal friends of mine, they come over here and listen to me, and that speaks volumes. But Casey with the $2 sponsorship, appreciate you, baby. MPI, man, with the $5 sponsorship, he said, I took a break from posting. They restricted my account from something I posted to my story 4 more days, and I'll be out of IG jail for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, that type of stuff now, man, it's coming to, you got to be real careful with the content that you put out these days. But anyway, talking about my kids or whatever. So my daughter comes out here from time to time, and I'm at work. I'm gone. So she got a big ass free house. So she come in this bitch, do her thing. But we have one goddamn problem. Like today, I normally go once a week or twice a week, or whatever, and get different things for the house. So normally, I use the good shit, the quilted northern, you know what I'm saying? The paper towels, the thick shit, the big brawny shit. I spend money on my toiletries. I like to have good shit. That's just me. But while I'm away, my daughter uses all the good shit. All the quilted northern toilet tissue, all the good paper towels. And when I come in here, I see a little, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's some of that 97-cent shit that give you 4 rolls in there. You done use all my good shit and you want to bring this shit in here. You can't wipe your ass with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't. What you gonna do with that shit? It's useless. You can't even write a love note on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dollar store. Oh, dollar store ass shit, man. Stop using the good shit and replacing it with bullshit. I'm gonna take your key. I'm going to take your motherfucking key. But that speaks volumes, man. I be talking shit. I don't care about my, I be happy that my kids come visit me, man. You know what I mean? At this stage in life, they grown, they doing their own thing, man. Means a lot to me, for them to, still, come confide in daddy, talk to daddy, man. You know, you raise them to 18, you raise them to they're grown, but your responsibility as a parent is going to be there forever. You know what I'm saying? And I just try to be a guide to my kids, dog. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, enough about me, as I always say. There's a few things that I would like to address tonight. Outside of the normal, type of content we do over here. It's just something that I've noticed. Of course, I talked to you. There go my baby right there. What's up, girl? Listen at her. Look at her. Lady Janae. Let me highlight my baby there. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Anyway, so I be in a lot of comment sections of people on Instagram. And I don't have a Twitter or anything like that, but I see people who screenshot posts from Twitter and put them out there. And I've noticed the influx of this word sassy. If it's not sassy, it's spicy. So I see, different people on different parts of the continent with this type of rhetoric and basically, questioning a man's manhood based off of having an opinion. If you have an opinion that's indifferent from what they are promoting, then you're spicy. You're sassy. Now, I'm not one for gossip. I will say, man, when you're running with this gossip stuff, man, celebrity gossips and all this other stuff, man, that is, I don't think that's really becoming of a man. You got too many things going on in the world, man, to be concerned about people that don't know you exist. You're vested in their you're invested in their business. Now, granted, people do it for content, and I get that. I understand it. But for a man to sit up here and try to dissect, other men's relationships and shit, that shit is a little off to me. Matthew Carter with the $10 sponsorship. Hashtag man first. Salute to you, brother. So, it's getting to a point that everything that a man does or a man says is spicy. Now, women can go out here and say whatever they want to in the public eye, do these interviews and stuff and throw a man under the bus, entirely. Drive over their ass and back up over them again. And as soon as he responds, it's a problem. I'm pretty sure many of you witnessed Jonathan Majors running through the streets of New York trying to avoid, whatever he was accused of. But yet he still was accused. And in the public eye, it's still a problem. You will notice, particularly, black women don't care nothing about it. They had a big opinion, a lot of opinions on the matter when he was charged initially, which were dropped, and then they charged the female. But you will notice, there will be no apologies. There will be no public apologies. There will be none of that shit. It will simply be rationalized behind the fact that it was a white woman he was involved with. Do you understand what I'm telling you, fellas? Okay? I had a white guy. Guys know that I've been working in my career for 24 years. I've had worked with white men, and I'm telling you something. some of the most horror stories that you will ever see in your life comes from those particular people. But anyway, David Carroll said at one time, and I believe this. This is why you have this divestment community and all that stuff. The white man's ice is colder. I had a white guy tell me, man, my white skin makes up for a multitude of imperfections. You know, being the person that I am, you know, today, I understand it. I mean, it's right there in front of your face. But anyway, that was something that I wanted to talk about too, man. Like, you know, having your manhood questions and stuff, and go figure, man. Like, think about this. You know, yes, there are brothers, you know, I ain't going to consider them brothers, but guys who do dabble in the spiciness. But in most cases, I don't have empirical data to prove this, but in most cases, being a heterosexual straight black man in America, most of these guys are in relationships. That's why they hide that shit so much. That's why they undercover with it. But at the end of the day, I understand this. As much as you call spicy or sassy for having an opinion, speaking on the matters like everyone else does because you're human, I have something to counter that. And not that I care about what anyone does with their personal life or whatever the case may be. That's on you. But what I notice is that if I'm out at the club, I'm at some sort of event, whether it's Mardi Gras, any kind of function, you in the club and you look over and there's 7 women over there, 8 women. What are they doing? Of course, they got the hookah. They got the drinks. But not only that, they're over there gyrating on each other, smacking each other on the ass. And I don't have a problem with it. I'm here for it. They have that best friend that they confide in about all their problems. Her best friend knows more about her than the man she's in a relationship with. That bestie knows intimate details about this person's entire life more than their husband. So when you see the gyrating and the deep emotional connection, add that to the fact that the highest rate of domestic violent cases on this planet is between same-sex women. And, of course, black women are leading the charge. They are 3 times more likely to enter into a bisexual or a full-fledged relationship with another woman, 3 times more likely than any other race of women on the planet. And you copy that with the domestic violence deals, which I don't care what nobody does. I really don't. I'm speaking on it from a place of stop shaming men by just being, living their lives. But again, I always found it funny that you don't want no man. You say you don't want no man. You don't need no man, or whatever the case may be. But you go out and get with a woman that pretending to be a man. Okay? Do you follow what I'm saying? Anywho, moving right along. You see the name of this goddamn stream is called Redcorn. And for many of you who don't know who Redcorn is, I will explain. John Redcorn is a character on the cartoon series King of the Hill. John Redcorn is the Indian guy, the Native American guy. He wear the little shit on his head, wear the little Indian vest with the shit hanging down and all this other good stuff. He's a good character. But John Redcorn is running around the neighborhood fucking all the men's wives. Except Hank. Hank is the star of the show. Hank said, he told Hank one time, he said, Hank, you are my friend. I will never comfort your wife as I've comforted the wives of others. He even has a son being raised by Hank's best friend, Dale. And Dale is adamant. He will go to his grave believing that that is his son. Meanwhile, it's a cartoon. So that goddamn son is dressed exactly like John Redcorn. Got the same hair, got the same shit around his head, got the same little Indian vest on, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, Sean Brown, man, with the $10 sponsorship, man, I appreciate you, man. Hashtag men first. He said, got to pay homage. You got me through some tough times a couple of years ago when my ex let another guy take her to the stabbing cabinet. Keep doing your thing, GMB. I appreciate that, man. And of course, I'm going to be touching on a little bit of that tonight, man. So, John Redcorn running around there tearing their ass up. And it made me think about the fact that many guys don't understand that most women that you interact with has an imprint. Now, for some of you guys, that may understand, you may be a woman's imprint. I don't know, but I'll say this, like even from just say the high school guy, the high school jock, and he had her and she's moved on in life, just say 15 years later, and she's still looking good. Now, one or two things are going to occur here. She'll look back on that guy and look at where he's at right now, and she won't even count him as a body count. But if he's on his shit and he's taking his care of his business and he's looking good, smelling good, confident, got his money together, all that good shit, right? She will still fantasize about that man. She will still even reach out to that man from time to time via social media as looked upon as the one that got away. Now, many people don't talk about this side of the game when it comes to, I've noticed a huge influx in, women who are dealing with younger men. You seeing, people get arrested, high school teachers and all this other shit, and we've all been there. We've all been there. But I noticed it in my area. These young boys recording niggas' mamas, the ass cracking, all that, hitting it from the back, recording it. And a lot of these women are married. This is something that I wanted to actually talk about because I often say complacency kills confidence, but devotion kills desire. You look for the guys or the people that's been in long-term relationships, 10 years, 12 years, it's a lot of compromising going on in that house. There's a lot of compromising your own damn masculinity, putting up with shit that you wouldn't normally put up with, tolerating disrespect and everything, because the more years you invest, the more years you hate on losing out on. You've tied 12 years into this marriage, and now one of two things, your confidence is other shot. You don't think you can do better than the wife that you have. And secondly, you will allow her to do whatever the hell she wants to do. And you're moving out of place of fear. Now, not to not digress too much, but I'll be honest with you guys. I do have an addiction. Not only do I have an addiction, I live in a state of fear. I tell people all the time, man, once you get a prolonged amount of time in a place of peace, it becomes addictive. And my biggest fear is losing that goddamn peace. I'm not going to allow anyone or anything disrupt my peace. If it doesn't fit my life, if it feels like it's forced, it's not effortless, it's not moving smoothly, then I will simply withdraw my attention from the situation. You follow what I'm saying? I had someone question me about my stance on relationships and marriage, being the fact that I was a married man one time. And I tell people all the time, I can say this with utter confidence. My biggest failure was trying to do everything right. Being the man, when you are not being yourself, you're going to lose bits and pieces of your goddamn self. And once you feel like you've fallen off too much, like you've gotten too damn comfortable, then there's a problem. And people will wear masks for long periods of time, and you will believe that your person is your person, but this person has been everyone's person. You wonder why people be moving from city to city and all this other shit, man, escaping their goddamn past, trying to start over again, but that no one holds themselves accountable. So they're going to continue to do the same fucked up shit that they've always been doing. And some of y'all can accept that. But just not me. I'm not arrogant. I'm not cocky. Yeah, I may be a little arrogant sometimes, but there's neither here nor there. I turn a lot of shit down, bro. Situations, women that I encounter and shit, man. I don't sleep with every woman that try to holler at me, even the attractive ones. But even then, like I said before, you're spicy, you're sassy, and all this other shit, all this other bullshit, simply because you have standards and boundaries. Most of you guys are getting emotionally tied to women who are invested in other men. And that's the truth. You ain't the one. You're just a safe choice. We talk about the survival instinct that women have. You know, they're going to do what's best for them. They're going to do what's in their best interest no matter what. The only women that are sustainable are the ones who put God, the Most High, ahead of their relationship and their man. But that is rare these days, man. You don't see the element of spirituality in nothing. You see a lot of, demonic entities, I'll say. Whether it's in the music, being influenced, all this shit, man. And that shit has a profound effect on kids. This is why I'll be talking about the black community is doomed. People don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. You got kids who glorify street shit, ain't never lived in the projects. Ain't never had to struggle for anything. They come from a good home in the damn suburbs, but they want to reach back, want to glorify some shit that they have never been a part of, something that they can't even completely understand. You got motherfuckers out here catching bodies on accident and putting it under their notch count. Now they're a killer. You're a fucking coward. You understand me? MPI, I ain't even gonna talk about T.I. son. This is a motherfucker that had a silver spoon handed to him, but finds ways to be disrespectful to his father. Like, get out of here, man. Like, what are we talking about? I know what I'm talking about tonight. And it's basically understanding that my stance on relationships, my stance on marriage, my stance on the guy that's waiting in the wings, my stance on the guy that always been there, the one that's called brother, I like my cousin, even though they done seen the anals of they motherfucking, every crevice of their fucking body. Like, get out of here. This is what I'm talking about. I've told you guys about some of the goddamn horror stories I've witnessed. I work away from home. I'm offshore. And some of the shit that I've seen happen to these guys, man, white, black, Mexican, it doesn't even matter. I've seen the guy who took his chick that worked at a gas station, put her in college, She went from driving old beat up ass Toyota to riding in Mercedes and shit. Off of his back, his hard work, his hard labor, man, making shit happen. He just wasn't there all the time. And he was good to his wife. Never laid a hand on her, never even raised a voice. She told him motherfucker, she said, out there, you the boss, but in here, I'm the boss. And he went by that shit. All that shit he went through. Big ass house in the gated community and all this shit. Once she got up on her feet in her career, made her money, start stacking her money from what she went to school that he put her through and all that shit, she thought she was better than him. And she dished his ass. And you know what? He never recovered from that, man. He's still around that bitch looking at lost weight, wearing the same clothes, old bag-ass clothes. You lost 60 pounds still wearing them old droopy-ass clothes, man. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I had another homie. And he thought he'd have met the one. I can't remember what she was working at, but shit, that's where he met her at. And they was running he taking her out, whining and dining and everything. She living with her mama. He got his own spot. She got 3 kids. 2 from a marriage, 1 from another guy in jail, in prison. So he think the coast is clear. So he move out of his shit, go buy a house. You know what I'm saying? He vested. He done bought a house, put up in the house, all this other nonsense. All of a sudden, one day, he leaves work abruptly. Didn't say nothing to nobody. Called me a crew boat. I gotta go. Boom, he out of there. The nigga who that child is, the last baby daddy that was in prison, had been out probably about 8 months. Motherfucker ain't know it. Nigga all up in his house. All up in his house, staying in that bitch. He gone for a whole month. That month, old boy staying up in his shit. And you mean to tell me any of this shit is worth it? The fuck out of here. Marriage is outdated and relationships are overrated. Clip that shit, MPI. Nobody likes to hear the damn truth. Men aren't allowed to have standards and boundaries these days, man. If you don't like her because she's fat, now you're fat shaming. And guess what? You're sassy. No, baby, I'm not interested. You too young or whatever. You're sassy. It's high time that brothers start detaching themselves from any thoughts of being in a relationship and get to the point where you have pure, unadulterated acceptance of the position and the current climate of things, the culture of things, and where you are. Where do you stand? If you don't accept what things are now, you are going to struggle mightily. You notice something about when you start focusing on yourself and building your life, increasing your value, increasing your worth. Not only do you have the pick of the litter, you start to look back on things and like just trim the fat. You don't even need that problem in your life. You don't need people. You don't have a codependency on people or relationships or laying up with anybody. You don't have any of those problems, man. You don't have any of those issues. You have so much confidence in yourself to accomplish the things that you've accomplished coming this far. And since you've come this far, that you don't even want to even interact with that type of foolishness. Oh, there's some incredible women out here. Absolutely. But I'm going to tell you something. Most of them, I'm not saying all, but most of the women you interact with over the age of 30, 35, those are the ones who's going to be, the world has taken its toll on them. So they're going to be looking, for a motherfucker like you. But you got to be the whole bag too. And if they ain't the whole bag, then they settle in. And there's a crazy thing out here about this settling shit. To me, that shit is complete disrespect. Settling. So a man taking on you and your goddamn children, is that not him settling when he can get a younger, more vibrant, youthful woman who's not too hot to handle and too old to mold, but he deals with you because he thinks that you love him? Is that settling? Men settle all the goddamn time because they feel like they obligated. You supposed to do this shit. You supposed to, like, get out of here, man. That's because you let people define your goddamn masculinity. You let people define your boundaries and the standards that you have for your life. You allow people to do that to you, man. And guess what ended up happening? You're in a fucked up situation, a compromising situation with a person that don't give a fuck about you at all. Never did. You just were the safe choice. You were the best option at that point. Cole, what's happening, man? God damn, man. These light streams be having everybody, man. You know that's my dog, man. That's my real A1 day one, my best friend for 30 plus years. God damn, what's happening with you, baby? Good you could be in here, man. Yeah, man. So Layla in here too, man. My daughter in here. Yeah, so anyway, man, I just want guys to really start to protect themselves, because there's always some guy out there in the wings. There's some guy, while you being chivalrous, caring, taking on responsibilities that are not yours, building houses, inquiring, doing all this extra shit, you know, investing all of your time, effort, and energy into someone, you know, and then there's this other motherfucker, this Redcorn, that does nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nothing. Not have to do absolutely nothing. I tell you guys all the time, and this is no knock on women, it's just in their nature. A lot of the times, their standards that they talk about, that standard we talk about, it comes from a bunch of past failed relationships. And granted, you learn from your mistakes, absolutely, but you don't even take into account the baggage that you drug from all those past failed relationships. The last motherfucker treated you like utter shit. You expect this motherfucker to treat you like a goddamn queen. Instead of growing and building with the man and evolving with him, you want instant gratification. What makes you worthy of that? That's why I said, man, a lot of you would never get to smell the cologne on my motherfucking shirt, because I ain't fucking with it. The baggage, the I'm the prize attitude. We both prizes. We all prizes. We are human beings. We are all unique. There will never be another you. There'll never be another me. Yes, you can say you the prize. I'm prize too. But if the thing is about it, when it comes to these terms and stuff, bro, when you are those things, you don't have to proclaim those things, if that makes sense. I don't have to tell you I'm a motherfucking man. I'm a man. No, a man is just he is. You are. You consider yourself the prize. You ain't got to make a scene like you're standing on top of a goddamn rooftop screaming that shit. Shut the fuck up. I don't have time for the nonsense, man. I'm not finna play the little stupid ass games, the little text games. You know, if you hit me with the WYD, all this other nonsense, these little stupid ass shit, just because you know I hadn't heard from you in a couple of days, I ain't gonna respond to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't respond to a lot of bullshit. The only way you can prevent losing is not even play the game. Fuck out of here. Ain't really nothing else to talk about after that point. At that point, you just move on. You accept it and move on. So many people have so many codependencies. So many people move out of a position of fear. You know, they don't move out of a position of abundance and believe that they deserve better. They just settle with any old thing, and then they end up miserable, wasting 20 years of their fucking life. Like, get out of here, man. Marriage is dead. The black community is doomed. Relationships is shit. Relationship. That's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. I understand some people, like, you know, they want to have someone. They want to have that person. But in these times, in this climate, this ain't the place to be looking for it, bro. Not at all. If it's nothing to do with increasing your value, I ain't saying, listen, get out here and play the game, man. I mean, get out here in the field. Do your thing. That may be somebody that earns that position, but in many cases, those positions aren't being earned. You guys are so desperate and moving out of position of desperation that you're going to goddamn just be rolling out the red carpet right off the bat. Meanwhile, Tyrone Thunderstorm taking ass to the stabbing cabin and ain't even bringing a Burger King. But you taking her to Roof Crisp. You taking all these fancy ass restaurants and shit, man, cutting a hole in your bag, taking the leftovers to him. These married chicks out here breaking bread with motherfuckers and shit, man. And you still want that? I've showed y'all I broke that shit down about these bachelorette parties and shit, man. The vile, disgusting, freaky shit that go on up in there. And the next day they walking down the aisle kissing a man in the mouth. You may now kiss the bride. Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen, bro. Focus on your health, your wealth, and your motherfucking self. Build the life that you want. Devotion kills desire. It does. No matter how long you're in these situations, man, because social media really much did a number on relationships. It did. Everyone seems expendable. Everyone seems to believe that they have more options than they really have. You understand me? It ain't too many real brothers out here. And the few of them that are real, that stand on their shit and got their shit together, they have to pick up the litter. No matter where you go. Either you the trick or you the treat. You doing all this shit, all this investing and caring and thoughtful and loving and all this other shit. Tyrone is doing none of that shit. Tyrone coming through with the grape swisher and the bottle of hen, taking her ass to the stabbing cabin. Tyrone does nothing. So are you a Redcorn? Book. What's happening, man? Man, I hit you up, man. You ain't never hit me back, man. I called you one night. You see, keep your standards high. Then a giraffe's pussy. Salute, Bama boy. Alpha's up. Hashtag men first for sure, man. Hey, yeah, keep your standards high. But I say this: keep your expectations low. Expectations are the leading cause of disappointment. When you don't expect nothing, then you ain't got to worry about nothing. You do what you do. You move life accordingly. You move like a goddamn man. That's what you do. Don't worry about what women say they expect from a man or what a real man is and what a real man ain't and all that shit. You don't get caught up in that shit. You just are. You understand me? You ain't got to go out this bitch beating on your chest and none of that shit, but just move like a confident man. If you ain't where you want to be, then you shouldn't even be concerned about no relationship and dealing with women exclusively anyway. It's pointless. It's only going to distract you from your vision and where in your purpose, the places that you're trying to go in, like the heights that you're trying to reach. You're going to waste your goddamn time. And most men waste half of their goddamn life. Could you imagine being a 57-year-old man going through a goddamn divorce? But all the red flags were there. A lot of times you see them going to try to get their body done or go hit in the gym, a lot of whatever. And it's one foot out the door anyway, in every circumstance. In every circumstance, you got to understand that one foot has already been placed out of the door because 9 times out of 10, you wasn't her first choice. You feel me? So guess what? She's always going to be trying to seek somebody better than what you have to offer. It don't matter how good you are or how good you think you are. You think this nice guy shit getting you anywhere these motherfucking days, you out of your fucking mind. You need to move from a position of indifference. And this old shame and shit with sassy and spicy and shit, man, don't pay no attention to that fucking shit. Accept it. That's what they can get off anything they want. You can see the motherfuckers from the rainbow community, this South Montana, sit up here and openly freaking threaten somebody online talking about taking their manhood. Nobody says nothing. I told y'all, and Fantastic said it before too. If women, particularly black women, respected black men like they respect the gay community, we'll be in a whole lot different space than what we're talking about right now. We'll be somewhere else right now. That's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Dog, men are viewed as a tool, man. A tool to a better life. And if you can't give it a better life, then shit, you're useless. You're maggot, you're monkey meat. And it ain't me being negative, being a pessimist, or any of that stuff, man. It's just the reality of where we at. And a lot of guys need to accept that. If you out here looking for relationships and commitment and shit in 2024 and beyond, man, you're a damn fool. Are there good people out there? Absolutely. But your chances of, encountering these people and living this fairy tale that they show you on TV and shit, man, that shit is a lie. It's rare. People use these celebrity relationships as a measuring stick. They see some rich motherfucker get them a G-Wagon and everything, they come through that bitch and act like he give a fuck and then they're out the door. It's for sale, man. It's for sale to the highest bidder, man. Ain't no relationships. That's why I call it relationship. It's basically modern prostitution with a rotation of motherfuckers. Shit, you might be number 4 on that list. You don't even know, depending on how they feel. When you move up to number 2, then you probably start getting the box. But your accessibility to them ain't gonna be nothing. Shit. Y'all still out here playing these love games, man. Y'all be thinking it's still love out here and shit, man. Y'all still think that fairy tale, that Disney fantasy still exists. And I'm here to tell you, no. You deal with people accordingly, man. They're not loyal to you. They're loyal to their need of you. Once their needs change, so will their loyalty. You witness it every day. You've been witnessing it for several years, but unfortunately, a lot of men are reactive and not proactive. You have to proactively put yourself in a position to win and not deal with liabilities and responsibilities that are not your own. I'm proud to say that my daughter, she's been in the chat room for a minute. She said, all of a sudden, no woman wants flowers no more. No, they don't want flowers no more. My daughter in here, man. But, I'm proud of her. She's about to be 26 years old. She hasn't buried any children, and she's, doing her damn thing. She's doing a thing over there on TikTok. That's what's up. The family hustle. But it's like anybody tells her in her chat room and shit, just by the way that she talk, you could tell my daughter had me in her life, man. My daughter had a father. You know what I'm saying? Shit, like that shit is important. You know, straight up. And our relationship has evolved throughout the years because she's grown. She matures every day. And we can have those conversations and those tough conversations about life. You feel me? That's the shit that's important, man. You getting out this bitch, getting attached to these people, man. You putting permanent feelings on temporary people, all this other bullshit. Meanwhile, Redcorn over here doing the most. Coming out the top rope like Macho Man on your woman, man. Guys being publicly humiliated, emasculated every day on social media. Talk too crazy. Put all the opinions out that motherfucker. And as soon as you open your mouth, you spicy. Oh, he's sassy. You are expected to not say nothing. Do that broom over there say anything? No. That bitch just need to be there when I'm ready to use it. That's you. That's what masculinity and manhood has been reduced to. But I tell you one thing, and this stands true, and I'll stand by this to the day that I die. Nothing out trumps true masculinity. I know a lot of people talking about that chick that Rick Ross dating now. I seen a little video or whatever the case may be. Me say she get in the bag. I ain't attracted to him or whatever. One thing she said in that video now, showing me things I ain't never seen, teaching. And the second thing she said, what was it? She mentioned, fuck, I lost my goddamn train of thought. But she said something that was like, I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? She fucking with it. So who knows, man? Go after your shit, whatever the case may be. If it makes you happy to be in a relationship, then by all means do so. But I tell you one thing, don't be focused on the goddamn relationship. Don't be focused on actively seeking relationships. Don't be actively focused on seeking out a wife in marriage. That shit is a distraction, and it's going to keep you from accomplishing and having the things in life that you truly deserve and the things that you desire. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not telling you this shit as a young man. I've been this way for a long time, but I'm telling you from a perspective of a 40-plus-year-old man nearing his mid-40s. Life isn't what it used to be. The game has changed. People say the game don't change. Only the players change. No, things have changed. You've introduced a goddamn a fox in the hen house, and it's called social media. You understand what I'm saying? So things are not going to get any better for the foreseeable future. Goddamn, I got tongue-tied, motherfucker. But yeah. So I wanted to come have this conversation with guys and understand, man, listen, there's no knock on women because I tell guys all the time, you don't get mad at a fish for swimming. You don't get mad at a dog for barking. You don't get mad at a bird for flying. Excuse me, it's just in their nature. And once you accept that and you understand that, then you can move accordingly. Like, you're wasting a lot of your valuable time, even sitting up here listening to people on social media who gossip about celebrities and relationships, all these podcasts and all this other shit, man, like people monetizing off of people's dysfunction. You go in the comment section, when people give their goddamn opinion, it's basically based off their own anecdotal experiences. You feel me? Something that they've been through. They don't know these people. They don't know the inner workings of their relationship, but guess what? They have an opinion on it. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Fuck you and your opinion. Fuck the dead horse you rode in on. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care about celebrities and shit like that, bro. Brother Carlton, man, with the super sticker with the 5-piece, man. I appreciate that, man. Salute to you, baby. Hashtag men first. I'm serious, man. Like, it's time to really change direction, man. And that's why I talk about acceptance. I just want you guys to understand, man, I can't give you a female perspective on what men are doing and all this other shit. I know how men do move in certain instances. Yeah, absolutely. But me personally, you know, my whole thing is about accepting where you are, where I am, and moving forward. These conversations about relationships and shit like that, that shit is getting tiring and it's pointless. It gets nowhere. You know, people are out here saying things just to go viral. They'll say anything, even though they don't even believe in it, because it gives you goofies a bunch of, you know, something to look at. It takes your attention. You fuel, you know, you talk about 304s. Well, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of y'all fuel that 304 economy, as Ty City would say. You over this bitch dropping 60 bands on OnlyFans, looking at motherfucker feet and shit. Get out of here, nigga. I don't watch porn. You know what I'm saying? But I would much rather do that than spend my money on some OnlyFans shit. At least on the porn shit, goddamn, that shit free. And you get to see whatever you're looking for. You sitting up this bitch watching some crusty ass, worn out whore show you the crack of her ass, and here you go up this bitch throwing money at her. Get the fuck out of here. Straight up, man. Yeah, that old ass crack. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck out of here, man. What are we talking about? This shit needs to move forward. And moving forward, we are going to talk about the things that inflict and plague men, and you know, the way that you could move to alleviate a lot of the problems that you have. That is my stance moving forward. I'm not going to be up this bitch giving these celebrities and shit any kind of power or clout over here, man. Because I'm out here. I'm in the field for real. And most of you are in the field like I am. And you see the bullshit. But if it don't apply, then you let it fly. But I understand that the way that I move is going to be solely based on who I am. Staying true to who I am. You know, there is no insecurities. I face my demons. I embrace my flaws. I embrace the turmoil, you know, and the things that I've went through, the trauma that have been inflicted upon my life, things that I wasn't expecting that happened to me, but they did. But guess what? You use that shit as fuel, it's going to make you better. Trust me. Trust me, it does get greater later. And some of y'all don't even have to waste the amount of time that most of us OGs have. What's up, Rational Logic, man? I appreciate the $20 sponsorship, baby. For sure, man. I appreciate y'all in here tonight, man. Absolutely, dog. Absolutely, man. For working class men to donate me a quarter, man, it means a lot to me. It means that I'm saying something that most of you guys can relate to, and it's the truth. I'm at ground zero just like y'all, man. But at the end of the day, take the social media aspect out of it and just get out here and just live your life. You know what I'm saying? Have some personality. Have some charisma. Have some charm. You know what I mean? And for the ones who show high interest, go right ahead, man. Do your thing. But a lot of y'all just be overdoing it for people that don't even care that you exist. You know what I mean? You're doing too much. Stay out them goddamn inboxes, man. I'm just serious, man. Like, hey, man, move like a man, dog. You think they don't see you? They'll see you. They will. You know? So anyway, man, I just wanted to touch on that. This video will be going to Patreon. For you guys who aren't following me on Patreon, I will be doing the Grown Man Breaks Down Betrayal starting Sunday. And that'll be on Patreon, man. For anyone who hasn't followed me on Patreon, man, moderators, the Wrenchman, put that link in the chat for everyone here tonight. We had a little thin crowd. I guess it was an impromptu live. You know, we get them numbers back up, though, baby. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah. And anybody that has that link, man, put it in that chat, you know, so guys can go check it out. But yeah. So, you know, that's my stance on it, man. I hope you guys understand how powerful acceptance is. How powerful knowing, you know, where you stand in life and knowing that there's room for growth. You know, look yourself in the mirror and understand that, look, man, I can do better than what I'm doing. Whether it's you taking off your shirt and looking at your physique and want to get better at working out and eating better and being in the gym, whether it's trying to get more money, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's, you know, the goal of, you know, whatever it is, whatever your goal is, there's room for growth. And most of the time, you're going to find that in places where other people aren't going. It's going to be a road that you're going to have to travel alone, you know, to become a finished product and become refined. You know, everyone is not going to be able to be along for the journey with you because of the way that they live or the way that they move, whether it's a friend that you care a lot about, whether it's a relationship, your ass tied into a goddamn relationship that's going nowhere, you know. People just feel like men are incapable of feeling heartbreak, betrayal, pain, agony. Kai, Kai with the $10 sponsorship. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. I'm gonna call you in a minute. Okay, then. Oh shit. Down South Yellow, man. I appreciate the $5 super chat. I damn sure appreciate that, man. We got somebody else here too. Let's see. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay. Book. Well, Book hit me up twice, man. Book hit me with the $25 sponsorship, man. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, man. So yeah, man, you know, and that's pretty much going to be the gist of it moving forward, man. We have to start moving in a different direction from sitting up here talking about these goddamn relationships. I spoke about it in the last live stream. You know, there's not good men, bad men, good women, bad women. There's free will. That good person can turn bad, wake up and be on the wrong side of the bed, and that good person becomes bad. You know what I'm saying? But then that bad person, unless they doing some work on themselves and trying to reshape their life, they're gonna always be what they are. And a lot of y'all get in relationship with people who never had the opportunity or had ever had the challenge of holding themselves accountable and looking in the mirror and recognizing their position in life. A lot of you guys tie yourselves emotionally to these people, and then you end up wondering why your fuel tank is being emptied. It's times that you don't even want to move forward no more. You've lost your sense of purpose. You've lost the vision that you had for your life before, whatever that may have been. You know, being a man is a 24-hour a day, 7-day-a-week job, 365 days a year. It's not nothing that people put on paper. It's not that, oh, you take care of all the goddamn bills, even though I'm working a $75,000 job, you making $170,000, you making $100,000 more than me, you pay for everything, and I don't contribute nothing. You know what I'm saying? No. Those days are gone. And I'm going to be honest with you, most women don't even want relationships anyway. A lot of them want the marriage. I mean, they want the ceremony of a marriage, but they don't want the responsibility that comes with a marriage. Man, these women telling you, when they say, I don't need a man, listen, they don't need you. Keep it pushing. Be that motherfucking, fucking Redcorn. Go drop that corn off and keep it pushing. That's what you do. That's how you move. Kai with another 10 spot, man. I appreciate you, baby. Absolutely, man. Penthouse for life, bitch. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, man. We ain't going to talk about that. We ain't going to talk about that. We ain't going to go there. But, yeah, man. So, that's pretty much it, man. Again, man, for you guys, if you can, put the Patreon link in the chat room. I will be back live probably Sunday afternoon. Not sure what time. I will be back Sunday with the Sunday sermon. Got some real sauce over that motherfucker, baby. I put some sauce on that. This is one of the few times you notice when I take notes, because most of the shit I talk about be straight off the dome. When I take notes on it, you already know what it is. They scream they don't need a man until they do. Oh, shit. Okay. Are they trying to sweet talk when that tire go flat? Oh, yeah, man. It's rough out here. It's rough out here. You the motherfucker come chain the tie and she going on about her business and taking that ass right on over to Tyrone Thunderstorm. Call you in the middle of the night, wake you up out your bed. You ain't, and they brag about it. That's another thing. They brag about it. You ain't never smelt it, but I got you to wake up in the middle of the night to come take you, to come change my tie when I come with taking this pussy over to somebody else. Yeah, I got your ass out of that meal. You took me everywhere I wanted to make her mad. And then say something that she don't like. She gonna tell you about yourself. You lame. You a goofy. You goofy as hell. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. It's rough out here. And for guys that's over here, man, you know what time it is. You know how you moving and whether it's a quarterly or not. But, you know, there's always going to be some suckers out here, man. That's how they is. That's how they move. Unfortunately, there's always going to be more of them than you. And there ain't nothing you can do fucking about it. But guess what? You stand out by being indifferent. You stand out by being shit. And that's it. So anyway, fellas, I'll be back Sunday with the Sunday sermon. If you guys interested in coming through, man, I appreciate everybody that donated to the channel tonight. Yeah, the Uber Eats, man, getting some of that ass too. Security guard, the police that pulled over. Motherfucker working at these penitentiaries giving that ass up for shit show. Anyway, yeah, man. Theatricality and deception are powerful agents to the uninitiated. But guess what? We are the initiated. We are men first. Y'all fellas have a good night. On purpose.
D-Max Beat.